currently at 2800. This is Thunderbolt. It's playing at 2400. I'm playing Malians for Dravidians. We're going to be playing like a tournament and trying to win. And I'm going to commentate and walk you guys through my my playstyle as if it was a tournament. We're going to play to win by any means necessary. And we're trying to pay attention to the details here. Alright, so this is a nice little trick. You actually garrison those villas so they hop out on the other side of the town center, and you get saving like extra 5 food from that trick. Not a big deal, but every little bit counts. We're gonna have to scout our map very fast with the sheep. When you find extra sheep like that early, especially in a tournament, you want to scout really fast, because in tournament, laming is a possibility, stealing my opponent's resources. And on this version of Arabia, there's also neutral deer, so scouting fast is actually a direct eco bonus in some cases, right? So gives me a better start. So let's try and do that. I'm using my sheep to scout, and at the same time, I'm also keeping my scout's pattern pretty consistent. Notice my scout pattern is always kind of like in an oval, and that's pretty much it. Not in an oval, in a circular pattern. And my sheep are kind of going left and right on the spots that need it. That's kind of the way to go. Ship that. So actually a very efficient start here. And now it's a chicken Arabia, which means we have to look for neutral deer. Because I don't have my own deer to push. So I'm going to be looking for neutral deer. And meanwhile, I've got to plan out the strategy. I'm up against Dravidians. I personally think that Dravidians dies to Night Skirm super hard. So I'm going to try to play towards Night Skirm. I push to go to the boar. I won't need the sheep, so I'm going to pull it to the side. I can snag a hit here. He's paying attention, so I'm going to back up. I don't think it's worth 50-50 in my scout. I don't take 50-50 trades against weaker players, in my opinion. I think it's the wrong call. I needed that sheep after all. That's fine. Not a big deal. Small inefficiency having to eat an extra sheep, but it's okay. I'm going to go up super fast. I'm looking for the neutral deers. I still don't see them. We're going to mill the chickens for sure. I'm looking at my map. So wall here is amazing. But I've got the forward gold. I do have a back gold that I can use. So all of this is what I'm looking at right now. Because setting up your map is really important. I can imagine this is a last game of the tournament. I actually lost one of my sheep here. I think one at the back as well. He's sending them back to me, which I appreciate. But even if I lost the sheep, I'm okay with that. It's not that big of a deal. It's definitely worth scouting with my sheep, even if I lose a couple of those. I'm going to make a house here. It's not worth going out here to make it too much walking time. I'm still looking for neutral deer. I'm going to drop a thank you because he's being really nice about these sheep. I'm okay with him taking those, by the way. I'm just making that like super clear. Take a nice little hit there. It's nice to go here. 3 on chickens. And finally, I found my neutral deer. It's actually like pretty... I'm not going to say unlucky, but pretty late compared to what I should have found them, usually. Gonna eat another sheep, so again, not the most efficient start, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And it's just something... Okay, I think I lost another sheep here, so he's just finding all my sheep here. Okay. So I think I'm gonna play towards scouts into skirmishers. For Dravidians, he's got 2 options as an opening that makes sense. He can either go men at arms, play really aggressive, or he can open some kind of like spear skirm. He can also go archers and whatnot.
No.
But...
Help! Help! Daddy, please!
Hi YouTube, please come subscribe. Hera needs some money to buy his cat a new Lambo.
True story. I'm gonna get Loom here to play it safe because he could easily be drushing, and I'm not scouting my opponent, so I'm gonna get Loom just to play it safe. So in case he is going for militia in the early game, I'm not gonna get caught off guard, and hopefully I won't lose any villagers. I could decide to play one more deer. I'm gonna go for one more deer here because my strategy is not gonna be the most aggressive one. I'm gonna open scouts. If he's trying to lure a deer, I think I'll just stop him from luring instead of going for mine. This is not a 50-50. I'm winning this, so that's why I go for it. Because I took a hit. One hit earlier with the bill is what's winning me these trades. Should I fix my woodline completely here? Figure out how to lure this guy in. And now I gotta, like, while luring, this has been a super, action-packed Dark Age. While luring, I have to find a way to plan out my base. I think something like barracks, stable. That's why I looked in Dark Age. Remember, I looked here and here? I know how I want to wall my base from Dark Age. That's why I can think about luring a deer, think about what to open, and I know that walling will be pretty easy for me here. Okay. Thank you, Mixit, for the $25 donation. He said, "Hi, YouTube. You guys gotta come down and check out the stream. You guys have to come down and check out the stream. How about we do this? Come down and check out the stream and tell me you guys came from this series specifically. If you guys do that, I'll gift you a subscription on Twitch, which lets you watch ad-free for 1 month. And it also gives you access to my build orders and my Discord. So why don't we do this? If you guys come on down from YouTube to the Twitch channel and you tell me you came from this series, I'll make that happen for you. Alright, I'm gonna go stable here. Now I gotta figure out what his approach is. We hit faster up, so we're gonna be able to kill that scout. Now I gotta figure out what he's going for. Normally I make a spear, but he just lost his scout, so I'm not gonna commit to a spear because I don't think he's gonna make any more cav units in this matchup. If he was a matchup that could make cav units effectively, then I would definitely make 1 extra spear. Let's go ahead and try to wall up here a little bit. I consider this matchup super free if I'm able to get the Knight Skirm. That's like the winning condition. So I'm going to try to wall up the sides. I'm somewhat in a risky position here. Because he could be on men-at-arms, and I don't know that. Okay, I've just found his base. I got to scout him very fast. Because on men-at-arms, you have to adapt. I see the barracks in the front. Could be men-at-arms still.
Gotta gift myself 4 head.
Looks like he's dropping the range with 2 bills. That's not very popular. Doing it with 2 bills is not very popular in a men-at-arm build. So I don't think this is men-at-arms. I think it's actually... Okay, never mind. He's doing something unorthodox. We're going to go back and deal with this now. Just wall them out real quick. I guess he feels like he's behind then. Okay. Bring all the scouts back. I'm doing this because I think this matchup is super free once again. If I just don't die early. So I'm doing the like risk-free approach, which is to not counterattack and just send everything back and deal with the men-at-arms. In some cases, you could just counterattack and make the game super messy, but I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I lost my initial scout, not a big deal. That guy was low HP anyway. And now we'll just finish up walling this side. I can't go for the big walls, because that's risky. He's got the men-at-arms. I know he's got a range behind this. So I have a lot of information on my opponent here, which is quite nice. And I know he slammed the range with 2 vills, which means he actively intends to play aggressive here. By the way, he might not even want... Like, he's not thinking he wants to play aggressive, but the fact that he made it with 2 ranges tells me he wants to play aggressive no matter what. So I think it's completely subconscious anyways. I'm going to look to see what we can do, because my scouts can go forward and back pretty quickly. And I've got skirms at home, so I'm not completely left without any defense. I'm going to click inside his walls. If I can go in, it's good. If not, I go right back home. He's fully walled, so I'm going to go back and defend my own base. And now he's going to send everything forward because he's fully walled. Most likely. So until I'm fully walled, I can't move out. But look how the game is playing out. Nothing really happened. But we have the perfect setup for the game. I want to play Knights and Skirms. And we're playing towards Knights and Skirms. So you see how, like, I set up this game exactly to how I want it to be. And there you go. He's playing aggressive. As I said, I don't think he even chooses to play aggressive here. I think he just, by default, he wants to play aggressive. And he gave it away because he made the 2 bills building the range. I don't need more scouts to defend this. I have 4. It's enough to buffer. What I need is blacksmith. I need to secure my gold. Blacksmith there is risky because it could get denied. So I'll just make it safe at the back. Playing purely defensive because, again, I have a good matchup. I want to win this game 100%. Imagine there's $1 million on the line. AoE tournament's not that good. But if there's a few thousand on the line, I don't want to go out and take risks here. Like, why would I do that? It makes no sense. So I'm playing the absolute safest I can. Gonna try to secure my gold and make a house here. The house there is a bit risky. Secure the gold if I can. Fletching is good. Because now I'm trying to get a good castle each time behind this as well. That's how I plan to get an advantage here. So he's got the pressure on me right now. I could make 2-3 scouts and easily clear this, by the way. purposely not doing that so I can get a better castle time. Because I don't think clearing this actually gets me a winning position. I think getting a faster castle time is what gets me the winning position. So I can take my time with this. It's not a big deal. It's just the men-at-arms that are the big deal now. He's diving for bills. I'll tell you what we do about that later. Ah, that bill is a mistake. Yeah, lost one bill, but it's fine. We get the clear up, and I get the faster castle time still, most likely, because he invested a lot into it. So now, after you clear this army, he traded for villagers, which means we have a decent amount of army left on the field. And we gotta pressure and try to do as much damage as possible with this army. Trying to figure out what to go for afterwards. Night Scrim is still going to be the plan. When these guys finish, I'm going to make a lumber camp here. And what I like to do as well is refresh this lumber camp and pull a few off of it onto a different resource. This. I think that's the most efficient way to go about it. Night Scrim needs like 8th on gold max. Malians probably a bit less, in fact. Probably, yeah, a bit less. And then last bill will go to the wood line here, and then I'll go up. What is this? Second range? Is he open? No, he's not. Okay. So now we're just gonna put a lot of pressure. So generally speaking, when he trades army for bills, we have to now pressure hard to try to get something back. The broken thing about being fully walled is that there's nothing to pressure. So I don't really get much value, but I still like to hit walls because maybe an idle villa or two can be good. So now the follow-up here is going to be... This is like very ambitious play from him. It's not going to work. The follow-up here is scrims for sure. And I have to decide how many knights I actually want. I think because he's on 2 ranges... I think I just stay on 1 range skirmishers and I try to get an advantage by adding in town centers faster. I have a couple options though. I could add in knights and go for like a siege push forward as well. So like, there's 2 ways I can play it. I think I win no matter what I do here, personally. So I should probably go for the safest option. Oh wait, I see armor on the militia, which tells me he might try longswords. Against longswords, I think the safest option is actually just to add in the second stable and play the knights. So we delay the TCs a little bit. So notice I'm looking at everything. So now, because he's on longswords, what I want to do is actually scout the map with the remaining scouts. Because I know I'm going to have a monastery now. I'm not going to go 3 TC. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the relics. He's got the faster castle time, which is actually kind of impressive. I didn't expect that. Must have made some mistake. Yeah, maybe I've got too much wood or something here. Made some mistake somewhere. So we're going to make a second TC right away. We'll get Elite Scrim Bodkin. And we're going to go ahead and get a monastery as well. So that's going to set us up real nice. And with my scouts, we're going to scout the map a little bit. And because I've got the forward gold, I'm going to go ahead and get Town Watch. I'm really not sure where he's going to attack me from. I'm going to fake hit here to force him to react to some alerts. He gets the attack notification. I'm patrolling towards his ranges because if he's going to move out, he's most likely on this path. So I have the most likely, most amount of chances to find him, basically. Okay, he's defensive siege. So now he's playing super defensively. Well, I'm making the 2 stable knights. I'm going to use them, so I'm going to send them forward. I gave him a chance to attack me here. He's not going for it. No problem. Let's attack ourselves. That's the way I see the game. That's why making armies kind of like never like bad. You always get something out of it. Right now he's fully walled. Let's check the bottom side though real quick. See if there's anything more we can find. And here I'll just hit a range. Maybe I can hit the wood line. Any damage I can find now basically. And then while taking the relics, which we scouted with the scouts. Huge hits. It's not as bad as it looks, but it is pretty bad because we can heal the remaining scrims anyway. He's got a lot of crossbows now. Yeah. I'm gonna take one hit here. That's actually very safe to do. Hiding back like this is usually pretty safe, but I can't hit more than that because then he can catch up to me. So I got 2 free kills, which kind of makes it better, like a better situation compared to what was initially the case after his Magnum shot. Gonna get Husbandry. Scrum Knight body is what he's sending forward. I just have to not, like, make too many mistakes with my army. Gonna make some houses. Slowly expanding my map. I'm gonna heal up these skirmishes, of course. Got Soundwatch. I'm gonna patrol my scout near that relic. And I already bought in 2 relics. So I'm doing, at the very least, okay with my relics, but I actually have a 3rd one here, so looking good. Looking good. +2 armor is super important because he's on archer units. Ballistics is also really important, but I can't really afford it at the moment. I've got too much on gold, actually, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that by taking these guys off. Send them to wood instead. Saw that on the minimap. Take 1 bill worth of damage, not the biggest of deals. There's a hole there he could enter. Players usually try to all-in me in general. So, like, they usually take a lot of risks against me. I'm gonna back up from the front. Let's just take the back gold, which we have access to. Alright. I have 3 relics. I should have to wait here a little bit. Like, that's a crazy position to be in because I've got stables that are right there. So in my opinion, him being in that position is extremely risky. I'm gonna go for the 3rd TC. Not scared of his push. Not a lot, at least. It is a bit worrisome, but at least that area is, like, unpushable. Yeah, I have 3 relics, but I see the last 2 on the map. Gonna go ahead and get wheelbarrow here, so I'm not too late on it. So now the game is, like, pretty even, but I have a pretty big, like, score lead. So I'm wondering if I have more scouting, but I probably have more economy than him. Either that or he's up to imp. So because I'm scared of him going up to imp, I'm gonna actually pressure him pretty hard here. Because him having the fast imp could be a nice win con for him. So I have to respect that. Like, seeing the 1,000 score lead tells me there's a very decent chance he's actually up to imp. I don't think I'm that far ahead. Should I have 1,000 score lead? So let's see what we can do. It's possible. I'm not 100% sure. That is a possibility. He does have a Magno, so I'm gonna be a lot more careful now. I could dive this, but it's, like, so risky to do that. I'm gonna go back to my range, actually. Gonna go back and hit the range. Play it a bit slow. Gonna cut night production just in case he is up to imp. Either, like, when you're up against a player fast imping, you either match it and try to fast imp as well, or you go all in castlage. So those are my 2 options. Trying to sneak in the last few relics. That's just sloppy. I knew he was there. That's not a very good fight, so what I'm gonna do is try not to take it as much as I can. And I've got monks to heal, so now I gotta decide if I think he's up to imp or not. Yeah, he is up to imp. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to match the imp time, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all in castle H here. And I think I should try to engage him right now as well. Oh, I don't know why those spells are there. Getting a good amount of value here. That was decent, but not great. You have to hog the hill. We're gonna go all in castle now. There's no in between. Take this back. That's actually quite good. He's giving himself a chance to win, so you gotta respect the effort here from him. And it is quite scary, by the way. Like, I'm not out of the clear just yet. It's actually a very good approach to a pretty bad matchup. He's going 2PC past him. What he's going to try to do now is going to try to forward castle me, most likely. I have 3 bills here. I don't know who sent them or why, but try to reel them back in. Get my 1 house bill at the back. He's going very aggressive. Knight Skirm is actually the perfect counter to what he's doing still. So I'm still on the right units, which is good. Could raid him, but his map was like looking a bit perfect. Not too excited about that. But I do want to like, yeah, I do want to get some map on the like a castle here would be fantastic. We do want to get map control, ideally. This is fantastic. You want to force him to micro in 2 different spots. That's like ideally what you're trying to do. This game will get a lot harder for him. He's got minimal units. I've got spam. So I can just do this, for example. Those units on the bottom I couldn't care about. He's got better quality units. I've got more units. So the more we micro, the better for me. There we go. It's not a clean game. All in castle. Castle in the middle. I could go up to imp soon. I need a market because my economy's falling apart. Those monks I don't care about, so I'm actually using them to buy time. I got a conversion, so it's actually kind of huge. Good value. I'm going to dive this because it's going to buy me a lot more time. And I'm still not ready to give up on the all-in castle. Okay, now I don't pressure this area anymore, so we go on the bottom. I have 5 relics, by the way. Managed to get all 5. Now he has a castle. I think we did a lot of damage, and we have ourselves multiple castles in the middle map, so he can't really move out anymore with his Arbalest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Imp. With my existing army, I'm going to pressure him so he can't leave his base. That's like a good way to just ensure that he's going to take as long as possible to attack me. I don't care about any of these units. I'll make that very clear. They can all die and I'm fine. I have a really good economy back home. I just need time. I need to not lose 30 bills, basically. That's the only way he beats me this game. If I start leaking a bunch of bills. Okay. That castle going up is huge. He might actually be trying to attack me there. I'm gonna go in, obviously. You guys know why I'm gonna go in here. That's the theory. We've been up to this the whole game, basically. He could be attacking me here. I'll post on the side, just like good practice in general here. Good vision. I'm waiting for a market. I still can't afford it, by the way, but I keep spending my wood, really. And I'm gonna play towards the same comp. Knight Skirm with just more upgrades. Cavalier with Farimba. Random monk, just convert something, try your best. And now I'm gonna get a castle on this last hill, and like all my hills are castled, so that's gonna buy me a ton of time. This army back here is buying me a ton of time. Like, how did he enter me at this point? He can't enter my base. He has to treb it, which takes forever. Bomber cannon, it takes forever. And I've got so much more economy, so the longer it takes for him, the worse it is for him. So that's like the situation. He could try to run in here, which is like, it's this is typical. To just take every risk in the book. Run in between 2 castles. Very, very typical. So what I'll do is I'll just try to cheese in here. He can't really engage me properly, because if he engages me and walks further forward, I can attack him. So technically, if I just do this, nothing can happen. Yeah, he walked a bit too far forward there. I'm gonna engage him. I still don't have a market, which is crazy. Definitely not the way to go. Get a handcart. Go. And it's GG. Perfectly according to theory. Let's get a GG in the chat. Perfectly according to theory. Again, I didn't really play that well. I made so many mistakes. Mostly because I'm 5 hours deep into a stream. But I played good strategy and I played consistent. Notice how I made the game harder for myself. If you look back to Feudal Age, he's pressuring me with men at arms. I can make the game so easy for myself and just add in three scouts, clear it up. But the problem is if I do that, I get a much slower castle time. As you can see, I was already late at the castle. I don't lose the Vil, true, but the 2-3 minutes, or not 2-3 minutes, but like the 1 minute later castle time, if he just goes 3 DC, then he gets the advantage, and I don't want him to get any advantages over me. Not big ones anyway. So I just keep the matchup relatively stable, and I try to win on like smaller things, like me getting the relics, me just reacting to what he goes for. I shut him down at every chance he like had some kind of play going. I just shut him down and just continued towards what I wanted to do, which is just Knight Skirm the entire game, which is what beats Dravidians. So I had a good win con from the start of the game. I defended all his pressure. I played towards something that made sense. And then I just reacted to his moves until I can finally win the game. I'm super patient. I have 5 relics. My next play is not going to be to rush forward and try to attack him. My next play is actually going to be to chill a little bit. Probably get my market finally. It's a huge mistake to not have it till this point. Expand a little bit to this gold, maybe a castle here. There's a lot of stones in the center, so castle here would be perfect. Look towards the top. Castle here would be fantastic. Maybe start fortify walling the top side. Start getting some bombard cannons out. I've got 5 relics. I've got so much time, and I don't have to rush it, which is what I would go for in a tournament. Just my standard late game with all the luxuries available because I've got infinite gold. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends. Put it on Reddit if you guys want to help me boost the view count. I told you guys, if you get good viewership on this series, I'll do more of it. And as soon as the viewership tanks, I cut it. And that's the way it goes. So take care, guys. Come on down to the stream, eh? Come on down to the stream. Offer still stands. Tell me you came from the series. I'll gift you a sub. Give you ad-free viewing. Give you the builder guide in my Discord. And if you want to pay for the builder guide and a lot of other exclusive content, you can check out my Patreon. Links to both Patreon and Twitch in the description below. And as always, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.